Alyork Sports, baby. Another episode, another day, another grind. Let's get it, baby. Salute to everybody, man. Salute to everybody. But before I get started, got a little story to tell y'all. Ran into this dude yesterday, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might overthink a situation. He goes, Al, I love your show, man. He said, you got a colorful personality. Now, I had to think about that one because, you know, coming from the Lower East Side, ain't nothing colorful where we come from, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, being a little older, I absorbed the words, and I looked at it like what he was trying to say is that, like, you know, I changed my shit up and, you know, I'm versatile with it. That's how I took it. Now, if y'all got another answer than that, inbox me, you know, comment me, do whatever y'all got to do, man, because it didn't sound right, him saying I had a colorful personality. But anyway, let's get started. 15 quickest minutes of sports. Alyork Sports, salute to everybody, man. East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. Shout out to Vegas Divas, One Voice, D Beeman, and also Credit Fix, man. It's never too late to fix your credit. All y'all got to do is inbox me, IG me, email me at al.newyork@yahoo.com. I'm constantly telling y'all about this. You guys want to fix your credit, I got the guy, put him on the phone with you. Let y'all discuss your situation with him, and then he'll try to do what he can do to the best of his abilities. And with that, let's get the show started. So much to do in so little time. So let's get it popping. We're going right to Arrowhead yesterday, where Tennessee Titans had to play at Kansas City Chiefs. Titans had the perfect start. Got the ball first, kicked the field goal, got a stop, scored a touchdown, up 10-zip right out the gate. Once again, KC had to play from behind. But one thing about Andy Reid and company, they kind of remind me of Jason or the Halloween Michael Myers. When you got them down, you got to kill them. I mean, take their head off, amputate their head, their leg. You can't lay them down and thinking they dead, because these guys will find a way to get up, come back, and get after y'all. And that's one thing Casey's been doing. Now, one thing I will say, if they try that in the Super Bowl, they going home. They can't be down no 10-zip, 14-zip to the Niners, because the Niners is a whole different brand of football, but we'll get there in a minute. Let me go back to the game. You know, tough game, man. It was a tough game, fun game to watch. You know, Titans up 10-zip, 17-7. I kind of like the game calling they did in the first half. They were mixing it up. Derrick Henry got about 60 yards in the first half. Everything was going smooth, though they were down because KC made that late surge like, you know, they do every first half. But Tennessee was very much in the game. And what KC did, they got up 18 points, 17, whatever it was, and they took Derrick Henry out the game. And Henry could never bust one. I had Henry over 115.5, and he only had 69 because he never busts one. Every game he busts one for 50 yards, 40 yards, 30 yards. KC's defense, who I said are poor tacklers, actually stepped up this game and made every tackle on Derrick Henry. Salute to the Kansas City Chiefs defense. Salute to their game plan. Salute to Pat Mahomes. That was stout. Pat Mahomes is on his A game. I mean, there was a play where Mahomes looked like he was running out of bounds for like maybe an 8-yard gain. Not only did he get the first down, he turned it up the field, did a spin on a cornerback, which that was a horrible tackle effort. Horrible. He should have popped Mahomes. Instead, he's trying to grab him. Mahomes spun around him, got in the end zone, touchdown. That gave KC all the momentum they needed. And after that, that's all she wrote. Kansas City won this game 35-24 on a well-played game. Salute to the Titans and Mike Vrabel and company. You guys played over your head. I knew y'all would come up short because y'all didn't have that team that everybody else got out there. Y'all don't have the weapons that everybody got out there except for Derrick Henry. And with that, let me go to some stats before I go to game 2. Tannehill went 21 for 31, 209, 2 touchdowns, no picks. You cannot ask no more from Ryan Tannehill, who's been averaging about 80 yards a game in all these wins because it's been Henry. And Derrick Henry, 19 for 69. Corey Davis, 5 for 65. No place like Patrick Mahomes, 23 for 35, 294, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Mahomes also rushed for 8 for 53, 1 touchdown. And Sammy Watkins, 7 for 114 receiving yards with 1 touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 5 for 67, 2 touchdowns. And a nice win by the Kansas City Chiefs. And Andy Reid now goes to his first Super Bowl with the Chiefs. He did it with the Eagles. He lost to New England Patriots. He's got a chance to redeem. Andy Reid deserves a Super Bowl. Salute to Andy Reid and company. Now let's go to game 2 at Levi Stadium, where the San Francisco 49ers were all over the Green Bay Packers. I gave out the Packers on the teaser plus 14.5. They could have covered late, even though they played horrible, horrible football. Down 27-zip out the gate. Turn over the ball a few times in the red zone. That's not going to help you. And I just love that the 49ers got a 3-back set. I love Shanahan's offense with all the pieces moving. And he's got a slash receiver, running back, and Deebo Samuel, who's an animal. I mean, they got aggressive individuals on both sides of the ball. San Francisco's a real team. Like I said, early in the year, they had a couple games they couldn't get off the field. Yesterday, they got off the field because I guess when you add D4 and his all-pro stats, D4 is a presence. KC messed up by letting go D4. Right now, if KC had D4, their defense would have been way better, though they made it to the chip without D4 or Kareem Hunt. So if you ask me, KC actually got a little weaker, but I guess Mahomes got better. So by Mahomes getting better as a quarterback, that's why they made it to the chip. Because if you ask me, you lose Kareem Hunt on offense and D4 on defense, 2 All-Pros, your team is going to be weaker. But Mahomes got better. But back to Levi Stadium, a pure domination. Shanahan, Lynch, they got together early in the season. They put this whole thing together. I mean, when you got 5 number ones rushing the quarterback, I mean, come on, man. From Nick Bosa, you know what I mean, to Foster, to Armstead, to D4, to Solomon. You know what I'm saying? These guys are no joke. Solomon Thomas didn't even get off like he's supposed to, but Buckner is a beast. And they will put pressure like they did yesterday. Like I said, they pure dominated the Cheeseheads and Aaron Rodgers. Let me give you some stats to that game. Aaron Rodgers went 31 for 39, 326 yards. That's not shabby, but he got a lot of that in the second half. When I'm not going to say the Niners were playing prevent, but they did give them a little more slack than the first half. First half, you see, they shut them down. Second half, Packers won the second half. I had Aaron Rodgers over 1.5 touchdowns. Kind of got lucky because they took away that Graham touchdown in the third quarter where they gave him a touchdown. Then they said he fell at the half-yard line, which I seen his elbow over it, but I got it anyway. He hit Lazar late. I got that. And you know, I had a bad day yesterday, but at least I ain't lose no money, so I could live with that. But the Packers did not show up. Once again, they got blown out. The first time they went to California, they got blown out again. Packers have to do a lot if they want to win the Super Bowl because they overachieved. Me and Noah Park have been saying it all year, where they overachieved with this team because they lack weapons. Because when you think about it, it's only really Adams, Rodgers, and the running back Jones. Geronimo Allison, Lazar still young. And Graham is not the Graham that he was with the Orleans Saints. We all know that. So they got to muster up their offense, get some pieces on defense. They do got the parts to elevate to the next level, but they need more parts, kind of Tom Brady needed with the New England Patriots. And like I said, let me give you some stats. Aaron Jones ran for 12 for 56, 1 touchdown. Devontae Adams, 9 for 138, all in the second half. Sherman and them shut him down in the first half. Adams came back in the second half, put up some numbers. Jimmy G, I think I never seen this stat besides Tim Tebow, especially in the playoff game. 6 for 8 for 77 yards. They ran the ball the whole game, and the Green Bay Packers cannot do nothing about it. And this is my biggest guy that I like a lot, Raheem Mostert. I think it's the best out of the 3 backs. I told Noah that earlier in the year. I love Tevin Coleman. Coleman deserves to start. He's the veteran. Mostert came on Mostert got cut up, I think, 7-8 times. So Mostert's been that guy that's been proven to Shanahan he belongs, and Breeder. I mean, these guys can start anywhere in the league individually. And if the Niners don't win this year, they're going to lose a few guys because now it's time to get paid. These guys do not want to get underpaid. Football's got a little window. You got to get your money what you can. So if you the Niners, you want to win this because a lot of the money, 2 of the running backs might leave. It might be Breeder, and they might want to deal Coleman. If I'm them, I want to keep Mostert. Mostert's an animal. He's young, and he's hungry. And, 29 rushes for 220 yards, career high, 4 touchdowns for Raheem Mostert, who I feel is the best running back of the 3. And Deebo Samuel, 2 receptions, 46 yards, 2 rushes, 43 yards, and a ton of blocking. Kittle didn't put up, this is what I love about Kittle. He didn't put up no numbers statistically, but he was in the trenches the whole game, creating holes for Mostert. And when Tevin Coleman was in there. So as much as we might not see Kittle on the stats, that means absolutely nothing because Kittle was a presence. Look at the game, look at Kittle where he's lined up, and look at him move those potential guys that can make the tackle out the way and help create holes for the San Francisco 49ers, who I think, it's going to be a great Super Bowl. And then right now, I'm going to link right into the Super Bowl. Quickest 15 minutes of sports. I got a couple minutes left. The Super Bowl is going to be a great one. You're going to have the Chiefs 13-4, 49ers 14-3. The line right now is -1 for the Chiefs. I don't know who made that up because if you ask me, Niners got not only the better record, they got the better team. I'll give Chiefs barely a little bit on offense, barely only because of Garoppolo. But defensively, definitely the Niners got the better defense. But I'm not going to give out no picks yet. Me and Noah Parker will give it out a couple days before the game. We're not going to give it out early. We'll talk about it, give you the breakdown, but we're not going to give it out a couple days before the game because so many different things can happen. And Super Bowl 54 is everything you can ask for. I mean, these are the 2 teams. This is Frazier and Ali, if you ask me. This is what you want. What I didn't want was the Niners to play the Titans or the Chiefs to play the Packers. Even though I think the Packers-Chiefs game would be a more better game than the other game, but I wanted the 2 heavyweights. These are the 2 heavyweights, especially in the playoffs where they've been blowing cats out. Though the Chiefs been down, but they've been coming back, and then they cover the spread, and they cover in the teasers and all of that. These are the heavyweights you want. No place like Mahomes versus Garoppolo versus the 3 running back set versus that whole front line. Now, T-Sizzle is going to have to play big, like he's been doing for the Kansas City Chiefs, because like I said, they are ranked about 20-something on defense, but in the playoffs, they've been a lot better. And then around the red zone, they actually really great around the red zone because they only give up about approximately, 19 points a game, something like that. And that's saying a lot for a team that gives up a lot of yardage. What that's telling you is when crunch time comes, they lock it up. They're not giving up no touchdown. They're giving up field goals. So that's kind of like New England was doing it all year. You can get yardage on them, but you can't score 7s. And that's why the Chiefs, that's been their formula. Don't give up the 7s. I'll score everybody on the offense, and we'll win these games. And that's exactly what the Chiefs been doing. Can't wait for this Super Bowl. Great Super Bowl. I mean, we can't ask for no more than that. And we're going to get more and more into that game. We got 2 weeks to get there. Me and Noah will have a lot of coverage, and I'll have more coverage on my other 15 minutes. Last but not least, I got 1 minute to get this off. Zion Williamson will make his return tomorrow. If I'm the Pelicans, I don't know why you bringing them back. I think it's a mistake. They 16-27, 4.5 games out the 8th spot. If I'm the Pelicans, I sit them down the whole season. I'm not saying tank it, but you're going to have a bad record and then get a nice draft choice, then bring them in, then maybe get another free agent acquisition, and then y'all make your run. But if they want to get him wet, people bought tickets. I understand the reasoning why, but you do not want to risk this guy getting hurt. You want to give him all the time he needs and some, and you might even want to lose some of that 285 because 285 is kind of too big to be a basketball player. LeBron's like the biggest guy that ever carried that weight around, and nobody carries that weight around like LeBron James. And with that, thank you guys once again for tuning in to the 15 quickest minutes of sports. I hate to be quick with it, but I have to. This is my session. Thanks again. I appreciate all you guys for watching, taking time. Let me talk to y'all. Let me educate y'all. Let me prepare y'all. I'm going to be the realest dude y'all going to deal with, because there's a couple guys, like this Thursday, me and Noah Parker are going in on Vegas Dave. This guy does not give a fuck about the gambling world, but we're going to talk to y'all Thursday about that, because we're going to expose him. I'm tired of him raping people that are trying to make a living in the sports world. That is not a good look. And with that, I love y'all. Thank y'all. Vegas Divas, One Voice, D Beeman, Alyork Sports. Love.